This is what I normally drive, a VW Golf R wagon with a roof box. And in this review, I've got something very close to it, the new Subaru WRX Sports Wagon with a roof box. This sporty looking thing obviously competes with the current Golf R wagon and the Skoda Octavia RS. I like a sporty family car clearly, but does the new Rexy have enough to win me over? Is it practical enough, or does it have enough of that performance car feel? It might not be as clear cut as you might think. Keep watching to find out. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to see more of our videos. For the past week, I've been testing the all-wheel drive TS Sports Wagon, and that's the top of the line variant, and it starts at $57,990. Crystal White Pearl is one of 7 colours that you can choose from, and if you couldn't tell, I quite like white cars with black highlights. However, the grille and wheels on this particular car don't come standard and will cost you extra. The sports grille will set you back just over $900, and these 18-inch alloy wheels in black and grey come in at just under $3,000. Also added on are the roof crossbars, which are a little over $600, and the Vector Toule roof box, which is a little over $3,000. Now, this is the top of the line model as it has felt lining and interior lighting. And if you are a family like us and you go on lots of road trips, a roof box is a must-have. This medium-sized roof box gives you an extra 360 litres of luggage space. Now, on this test car, whenever you drove over 60 kilometres an hour, there was a distinct whistling noise that was created from the roof box. For the premium equipment that this car has, I wouldn't expect something like that. But this could be a one-off, so we'll give Subaru the benefit of the doubt for this one. One downside of having a roof box is that it's going to cover your sunroof. But that's okay, because this sunroof is tiny. For the price you're paying for this car, I would have expected a panoramic sunroof. But if you do enjoy your tiny little sunroof, then just take your roof box off. Here on the inside, there is an 11.6-inch touchscreen, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, 8-way power seats for the driver and passenger, and the driver has dual memory and lumbar support. The front seats and outer back seats are all heated, and it has dual zone climate control and rear vents. One thing is great about this car for those that might have a lot on their mind or might be a little bit sleep deprived like I am with my newborn, is the car will let you know when you turn it off to check your back seat, so you'll never leave your children or your pets behind. The outside still has the WRX look to it, like the bonnet scoop that is so familiar. The Ultra Suede black sports bucket seats are really comfortable and give you that look that's worthy of the STI branding they've stitched into the head restraints. The leather steering wheel also looks the part with the contrast red stitching, but under the hands it feels like a really hard plastic, not the premium feel that you would expect for the top of the line variant. For the rest of the interior of the car, there isn't much else going on. It's not bad, it's just not wow either. So how practical is the WRX for your family? Well, when it comes to storage, up front here we've got your cup holders in the center and you've got bottle holders in each door. But when it comes to storage, that's kind of where the Rexy falls short. You've got a spot in the front over here where you can place your phone or your wallet. You've got a small little cubby here that would be great to house your keys. Standard size glove box. But when it comes to the center console, it looks like it's a really great size. When you open it up, there is a single CD player in here. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know who is actually using physical CDs in their car anymore. So there is only really just enough space for maybe 2 pairs of sunglasses, and that's about it. So it's not very practical when it comes to its storage up here. It also has 2 USB charging points up front, but neither of them are fast charging. And as a mum, I need that fast charge. The multimedia screen is okay, but personally I would have preferred some more physical tactile buttons like the volume control. I just find that a lot easier to actually find and grab while I'm driving. And the navigation system, while it's there, we found it was a little bit buggy for us. The cabin space up here is really excellent. There is heaps of room, especially for the front passenger. Even with the capsule behind, there is plenty of leg space, head space, and that is definitely something that our Golf wagon is lacking. Here in the back seat, The back doors open almost to 90 degrees, which is perfect for wrangling kids in and for installing their car seats. Now, both of my car seats that I have here for my children are ISOFIX. Installing them was not the most enjoyable experience. The ISOFIX anchor points are covered over by a piece of fabric, and it's also very close to the actual seatbelt buckles. So trying to get the anchor point clipped in, was so hard. I've also got the cargo barrier in the boot, which is great for stopping things in the boot, flying into the back seat, but to be able to reach behind the seat to connect the anchor point is really difficult, because when you move the seat forward, because the car seat is sitting in the way, the seat doesn't move forward enough, so you've got to shove your hand down there. Anyway, it was also quite difficult. The seats can be split into 40-20-40, and it's a one-button touch electric folding and reclining. You get bottle holders in each door, and you get the cup holders in the centre armrest. Well, here in the boot, it's quite a decent size. You get 492 litres, or if you fold down the back seats, you'll get 909 litres. It is slightly smaller than my Golf R wagon by 120 litres, but the cabin space in this car is a little bit bigger than my wagon, so there's a trade-off there. Now, we do have the cargo barrier back here, as you can see. That will cost you an extra $870, but if you are needing to pack the boot all the way to the top, that will keep everything from falling into the back seat or keeping your pet safe back here as well. The storage back here in the boot is pretty standard. You get your hooks on the side, you've got little cubbies on each side over here to store your plastic bags, and underneath here is your spare tyre. Now, the only thing to think about when you've got the cargo barrier is it takes up a bit of boot space, so making sure that your pram isn't sticking out of the back for when you close the tailgate to make sure it closes, and it's a powered tailgate. This car is really comfortable to drive. The suspension is excellent. It glides over potholes and shopping centre speed humps like this one. And even in the sportiest mode, you barely notice it at all. The brake is also really nice and firm under the foot, which is something I prefer in a car. Now, if you're after that sporty performance that WRX owners have come to know and love, I fear you'll be a little bit disappointed. You're sitting quite high up in the driver's seat, much higher than my Golf R wagon, and there is a lot of body roll to the car. The steering is also quite light and floaty, so it's just not that sporty feel. I'm sad to say, it's a little more family than fun. Subaru claims that the combined fuel consumption for this car is 8.5 litres per 100 kilometres. Now, on my test, I've been driving through urban areas. I've also been playing with the driving modes, and with the roof box on top, which will create a little bit more of a drag, I came in at 13.9 litres per 100 kilometres. Now, with having to pay premium fuel, that's going to get a little bit expensive. The WRX comes with the active safety features that are becoming standard with newer models of cars, like lane departure warning, rear cross traffic alert, reverse automatic braking, distraction and drowsiness warning, and 8 airbags. The reverse camera guidelines are really helpful, but the actual camera warps the picture slightly, which makes it really hard for me to park confidently. I do like that you can use the camera button to view the side view monitor, which makes curbside parking a lot easier. Wouldn't want to scratch those $3,000 rims now, would we? This generation WRX hasn't yet scored an ANCAP safety rating at the time of filming. Subaru have a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, and they also have a 5-year cap price servicing for every 15,000 kilometres or every 12 months, whichever comes first. You'll find all the pricing on their website, so you'll know exactly how much it'll cost and you'll be able to plan for it. And for a performance car, you'll find it really is quite reasonable. If you owned a WRX in your pre-family years and you were hoping for a family car with some aggressive performance power behind it, I feel like the sports wagon has missed the mark. But if you are after a family car with a little bit of extra oomph, then I think you'll be really happy. The spacious interior and the wide opening back doors really do seal the deal, but it does lose marks for the pointless CD player and the lack of interior storage. Overall, as a family car, I really did enjoy the TS Sports Wagon, so I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. To see my full written review, make sure you head over to the Cars Guide website, and I'll see you in my next family review.